life is a life. Security 247. Citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed. In Lagos City, where life is alive. Security 247. Citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed.
Good morning, and thank you so much for always tuning in to be part of this show, SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. My name is Richard Amuwa, your regular host. I want to say thank you, and don't forget that this show is brought to you by Lagos State Government. What's the essence of that? For us to educate you and for us to keep you informed, security situations in Lagos and what government is doing about security and how you can stay safe. So, if this is your first time of joining me, I want to say welcome. Fortunately, I'm not going to be streaming live today because of the some situation we have in the studio. So hopefully, I'm going to be having the audio. So as usual, you guys can come later to listen either on my personal page or on SECURITY247 SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio social media page. Guys, is this your first time of listening to me? I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. And if you're a regular listener, I want to say thank you. And for those of you that sent a message to say appreciate what we're doing there, I want to say thank you too. Today, without much ado, the month of September 2024, or even the month of September every year, has been set aside in Lagos State for creating awareness on sexual gender-based violence. And various activities has been outlined by Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency in Lagos State to achieve this objective. Unfortunately, a whole lot of people in Lagos today do not even understand what is gender-based violence. And a lot of people are going through a whole lot of violence and they are not talking and they are not reporting and they don't know who to talk to. I want to say it here clearly today. There is no help that you need in Lagos that Lagos is not providing. Unfortunately, a lot of us are claiming ignorance that we don't know what to do. So I'm here today on radio to let you know what to do. We at SECURITY247, headed by me, will be supporting the agency on our program to advocate and create awareness on domestic and sexual violence and sexual gender violence in this month of September. So, in the rest of Saturday in this week, on this month, I'm going to be bringing a whole lot of experts who is going to be coming here for the next 2-3 weeks, hopefully, for us to advocate and for us to create major awareness across Lagos, here on Lagos Traffic Radio. And like we always say, guys, the issue of sexual gender-based violence is massive. When I say it's massive, it's massive. In fact, I'm going to start with what you need to understand today, which is today I will start with understanding what is sexual gender-based violence, meaning that a whole lot of us do not even know what is sexual gender-based violence. After that today, because of my time is just 25 minutes from now, what I'm going to do from next week, we're going to look at causes of sexual gender-based violence. Then hopefully, upper week, we look at how can we prevent sexual gender-based violence, because it's so easy for us to be crying out or for us to be talking about gender-based violence, but do people actually understand what it takes, what it means, and the causes? For the past few weeks, when I knew I'm going to do this, it's more like a class for me. It's like an eye opener for me. I thought I knew it until I did all the all the research, all the things I had to do through so many onlines and other stuff. So today, if you are listening to me, guys, time of ignorance has passed. When they say gender-based violence, it could be a female, it could be a male. So all of us, those of us going through violent situation right now, I told you Lagos State government have an agency. In case you not heard it before, it is called Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. Lagos State government created this to assist you, to help you, so don't die in silence. So quickly, before I get my producer to come in, what is sexual gender-based violence? Sexual gender-based violence refers to any harm or threat of harm that targets individual or group based on their actual or perceived sex, gender, or sexual orientation. It encompasses various forms of what violence, which includes number one, rape and sexual assault, domestic violence and intimate partner violence. I'm very sure that we know that in Lagos State here, Lagos State government does not tolerate anything rape and sexual assault. I'm very sure we know that. And I know that a lot of people have been assaulted, a lot of people has gone through that rape situation, but they cannot speak out because of issues. That's I'm going to be discussing later. So, what are the types of sexual group gender-based violence? I said number one, rape and sexual assault. Number two, domestic violence and intimate partner violence. Intimate partner violence. Sexual harassment and stalking. You know when somebody is stalking you, that's a violence. That's sexually abuse. Do you know that when somebody is sexually harassing you, that person is already going to face the law? Are you reporting it? No, yesterday I went to, yesterday on Friday, yeah, that was yesterday. I went to a school where I was invited to come and speak to teachers because they are resuming next week on child safeguarding and protection. And at the question and answer, a lot of male teachers complain about the fact that the girls, especially the ones in the secondary school, the girls approach them and tell them they love them. I love you, sir. And the teacher keeps quiet. At the end of the day, these children goes to the management to report to them that the teachers are assaulting them or molesting them. Meanwhile, those students start this conversation. And I told the teacher, say, I hope you guys understood the fact that when it comes to child safeguarding in Lagos State government take it seriously. So when a child is telling you something that you know that is not, you think is good, and you're not talking about, you're not reporting it, if that child or that teenager go out before you and report it, it's going to be between you and him and God. So what am I saying here? Guys, listen. It's very important for us to understand what I'm teaching today. Like I said, time alone will not permit me. I'm going to personally do a whole lot of videos, and I'm going to put them on my YouTube. I'm going to put them on my Facebook and Instagram. So you can join me. Richard Amuwa is my name, or Security with Richard Amuwa. Those are the names on my Facebook. My YouTube is King Richard Talks. Guys, there's a lot of advocacy I'm going to do with Lagos State government on this issue, not just on radio. So let's look at another type of sexual based violence. Another one is female genital mutilation. I hope there's no any part of Lagos today where we hear that or we're still doing it. I hope we know that it's against the law. It's a no-no. And if you see anybody doing that, you can actually, next week I'm going to be coming here to give you the number of Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. It's one of the easiest number to call. But next week, because I'm going to be having the head of child protection agency in Lagos here. So she's going to be joining me for us to discuss more about the causes of this. Another one is forced marriage and child marriage. Guys, can you believe that? Don't forget that I'm talking about what sexual gender-based violence. So it's violent for you to for you to force your child to go get married. Forced marriage it's violence against the child. Human trafficking and exploitation. Honor crimes and violence. Guys, transphobic violence, sexual exploitation and abuse. Now things are tough. Somebody comes to ask you for something. Oh, please support me with this. Please help me with that. You are exploiting her or him with that situation. Or what do? Guys, that is the abuse we're talking about. Sexual exploitation. So if you are exploiting me sexually and abusing me, that is what? Sexual gender-based violence. It could be he, it could be him. But today, I want to open us our eyes to understand what is sexual gender-based violence before we look at the awareness, before we look at the causes and how we can prevent them. And let's look at, I just told you the type of sexual gender-based violence. Now, let's look at the forms. One is physical violence. Today, men and women, we are going through violence, hitting one another, fighting. I've said it. One thing I taught on Saturday again was emotional discipline or emotional intelligence. And this is the time for us to really be intelligent with our emotions right now, for us to understand situations. Things are tough. When somebody is talking, when somebody is arguing with you, let's calm down. Let's try to understand where they are coming from. Guys, not everybody that insult you insult back. Calm down. Is this person okay? Is there something I can do to help him? That's only way we can avoid physical violence if we are emotionally intelligent. We will avoid that. Another form is emotional and psychological abuse. A lot of genders today go through emotional and psychological abuse and they don't know that. A woman talk down on the husband talk down on the wife, or talk down on the children. Guys, those are emotional and physical abuse that linger for life. Verbal and non-verbal harassment. Those are the form of sexual gender-based violence. I take it again, verbal and non-verbal. Now I take the talk. You are not saying anything, but you're already undressing the person with your eyes. Economic exploitation and coercion. Guys, let us never, in this challenging time that we're all going through, trying to get our economy to be to be great, for us to exploit one another. If you use economic exploitation and coercion, guys, that is a form of sexual gender-based violence. Why am I saying this today? Because I want everybody to, because a lot of us go through all this and we just assume it's normal. And you're on your own, you don't have nobody to talk to. Guys, apart from the agency, SECURITY247, we are here to listen to you too. We are here to talk to the government on your behalf. Things need to change, and that's why Lagos State government is doing everything possible to make sure that each and every one of us, we are safe. And that's why this program comes to you every Saturday at 11 o'clock to 11:30 to advocate all of this for you to know that Lagos State government cares for you. Guys, see, I'm not saying this. For those of you who follow me, even before this program, Lagos State government took the sponsorship. Remember, I keep saying that I've traveled across the 36 states of Nigeria. We in Lagos, we are one of the most luckiest people. And see, you can't appreciate it until you step out. That's what I'm just going to tell you. You can't appreciate it until you step out. Let me continue with the form of sexual gender-based violence. Another one was social exclusion and marginalization. That's a form of sexual gender-based violence. Do you know that when you are excluded and when you are marginalized in things you do, that's violence? And let's look at the targeted group of sexual gender-based violence. Who are the targeted group? Women and girls. And boys too. Persons with disabilities. Ethnic and racial minority. Do you know that when you call and say this, people should leave, these people should not stay with you, these people cannot be in this town, do you know that that's violence against those people? And that's why Lagos State government will say no, and they cannot tolerate that for anybody calling another ethnic group to say leave. That's violence against them. Refugee and internal displaced persons, migrant and asylum seekers, those are the targeted groups. I'm going to take a breather as my producer quickly go on traffic break. I'll be back. Don't forget, SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Richard Amuwa, and this show is powered by Lagos State Government. Stay tuned. I'll be back.
Lagos, Nigeria. It's still SECURITY247 with Richard Amuwa. Quickly, let's take this update for those within. Let's see now. Okay, a quick update around the Berger corridor. Currently, that's around Alakbere to be precise. Okay, we have the man of Julius Berger at Estate Alakbere bus stop, causing a slow but a steady movement from NNPC inwards Estate Alakbere. Well, coupled with, of course, pedestrian crossing too. So if you're applying that environs, please plan your movement effectively. Again, there is, we have the activities of the men of Julius Berger at Estate Alakbere bus stop, causing a slow but a steady movement from NNPC inwards Estate Alakbere. Currently, it is quite slow, like I said, from NNPC inwards Estate Alakbere, coupled with pedestrian crossing. The traffic managers are well on board. They're there to ensure movement goes well as planned. I can also tell you categorically that we have a very, very good movement within the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway from Dokpemo underneath the bridge down to National, connecting into, of course, airport en route Balade Oshodi. Quite appreciable this morning. And for now, we have no impediment. Return journey is good, by the way, from Balade Oshodi back to Dokpemo underneath the bridge. So please drive carefully and keep it within the speed limit.
Thank you for joining me, and thank you for staying tuned. SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And today, don't forget, I told you that the month of September in Lagos State has been set aside by the government, so to create awareness on sexual gender-based violence, and various activities has been ongoing. And we promise on our show here that in the next couple of weeks, the end of September, we will be supporting Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency that is championing this cause on behalf of Lagos State Government, and that we in Lagos SECURITY247 we do everything to create awareness. And I'm very sure that a whole lot of you today, you'll be shocked. You would not be shocked to even understand what is sexual gender-based violence. You hear it every time, but you not really know exactly what it is. And that's why I said today I'm going to start with that. Hopefully next week we're going to look at the causes, and hopefully upper week we'll look at the prevention. So if you're joining me for the first time today, I want to say thank you. The number to call, if in case you want to ask any question or in case you want to contribute anything for today, is 08099120777. Take it again, 08099120777 or 09153877127. 0915-387-7127. So let's quickly look at, and even before now, I've already given you what is sexual gender-based violence, and we look at the type, we look at the form, we look at the targeted group, And now let's look at who are the perpetrators of sexual gender-based violence. Number one, it will amaze you that the people that get involved, that perpetrate this violence, they are intimate partners, husband, wife. I'm telling you, family member, uncles, auntie, brothers, nephew, niece. All of us generally, let me just say it, the perpetrators are people. But the one that hit me the most is the intimate partner. That is the one that hit me the most, and family members, strangers, and acquaintance, authority figures too, like teachers, law enforcement agents, employers. They are perpetrators. Community leaders and traditional leaders, online predators and cyber bullies. Those are perpetrators of sexual gender-based violence, guys. How do we break the circle? How do we break the circle? This is what I'm doing right now. How do we break the circle of sexual gender-based violence? That is what I'm doing, like I said, education and creating awareness. And that is what Lagos State government is doing through Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence. Like I told you, September every year have been set aside for them to do what? For them to continue to educate. So as you listen to me right now, are you going through any of those violence? But I'm going to come to that as I run down this program. Breaking the circle. We're going to use education. We're going to use awareness, support services and resources. We all need the support right now. So wherever it is, that's why I'm so grateful, with the management of Lagos Traffic Radio for the support and the resources we are being given to do what we do every Saturday. Guys, listen. I keep saying that it can only happen when you have management that really want to give back to the society. That's it. Another one is policy reforms and legislation. And I'm so grateful to Lagos State government for the policy they have put in place against all of this. But how are we using them? How are we really saying, please help me, I'm going through this? I tell people that we have 767-112 on traffic radio here. We make noise, we jingle, everything. Yet, we have it and we're not taking advantage of that. You see your neighbor being abused, you see your neighbor going through violence, either the husband is beating or the wife is beating, or neighbor nobody. We have that line and we're not helping one another. I'll not tell people that this life is boomerang. It could be you tomorrow. So guys, let's use what Lagos State government have given for us to live a joyful life, a happy life in the face of this, what we're going through right now. Another one is community engagement and mobilization, which the Lagos State Domestic Violence and Social Agencies are doing. Just last week, they have a walk from Ilezik to Ikeja, what's it called? Ikeja across bus stop. Massive walk, and they're still going to do that across different communities. So why are they doing that? They are doing that to engage people. They are doing that to mobilize. Then finally, accountability and justice for perpetrators. Guys, listen. Please, for any policeman or woman listen to me this morning, when somebody comes to the station and says, please, I'm going through sexual violence, let's not laugh at them. Let's like I said, let's be emotionally intelligent to know, to see how we can help them. A lot of people today cannot go to the stations, which is part of the thing Lagos State government have encouraging people to do. They cannot go to the station to report because of what? Because of what most of these officers says and how they feel that the victim is the problem. Guys, the victim can never be the problem. We need to look at the person who caused the violence on that victim. It's very important. And I'm going to pray that there's accountability and justice, that there's a quicker justice for people who are going through violence in Lagos State. I'm praying because we understood our justice system in Nigeria. I'm praying that the accountability and justice for perpetrators will be quicker because a lot of people are going through violence today. Guys, that's where I'm going to stop for today. And I'm so glad, I'm so happy that I can put this out here today to support Lagos State Domestic Sexual Violence Agency in achieving what they are doing this month of September. But let's remember, as I go right now, sexual, gender-based violence. I took it one by one for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say. It affects everyone. Let's work together to prevent and to respond to violence. Let's promote equality and let's ensure safety and dignity for all. This is what Lagos State government is doing, and this is what it expects every one of us to do. I want to say thank you to the governor. I want to say thank you to First Lady. I want to say thank you to the Commissioner of Information, Lagos State Government, for the opportunity to continue to do what we're doing today on radio. I say it again. Sexual, gender-based violence affects everyone. Let's work together as a state to prevent and respond to violence. Let's promote equality. Let's ensure safety and dignity for all. Good morning. My name is Richard Amuwa. I want to say thank you to Rere. I want to say thank you to our executive producer, Mr. Taya Conley, and to my boss, Mr. Victor. To every one of you who have listened to me today, guys, please, let's ponder and understand what I've said today. This is what sexual, gender-based violence is all about. Hopefully, next week, by the grace of God, we're going to be looking at the causes. And upper week, we're going to be looking at what? Prevention. Enjoy your Saturday. Love you.
Life is a life. Security247. Citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed. In Lagos City, where life is a life. Security247. Citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed. You say something, you say something. No fear, don't be shy. Lagos kids, we're reaching the sky. Don't harbor criminals, do not fear. Yeah, Lagos State safety is here. You say something, you say something. No fear, don't be shy. Lagos kids, we're reaching the sky. Don't harbor criminals, do not fear. Yeah, Lagos State safety is here. The government cares, that's the key. Safety matters for you and me. In your community, be the eyes. Lagos cares, hear like cries. The government cares, that's the key. Safety matters for you and me. In your community, be the eyes. Lagos cares, hear like cries. Lagos City, where life is a life. Security247. Citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed. You say something, you say something. Do not fear, don't be shy. Lagos kids, we are reaching the sky. Don't harbor criminals, do not fear. Yeah, Lagos State safety is here. United we stand, together we are strong. Lagos security, where we all belong. Keep us safe, each and every day. Lagos, yes. In every way, you say something, you say something. Don't fear, don't be shy, Lagos, yes.